us your name for the record, who you represent, if anyone other than yourself, and please give us your testimony. And Mr. Smith, by previous agreement, we have, the chair will waive the 2-minute rule because there is some degree of complexity to your testimony that cannot really be accommodated within 2 minutes. So please proceed, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Chairman. My name is Doug Smith. I'm a Colorado native and the Chief Operating Officer at Magpul Industries Corp. based in Erie. I'm here today on behalf of 200 people directly employed by Magpul and their families, and approximately 400 other Colorado jobs that are closely tied to the Magpul supply chain. Magpul is a consumer products company founded by a former U.S. Marine dedicated to intelligent design and innovation. Magpul produces nearly 500 products here in Colorado that are distributed and sold across the United States and the world. The company's first product, the Magpul, was designed to aid the ability of U.S. service members to reload their firearms under the stress of combat. The product line is expanded to include higher reliability magazines, firearms accessories, nylon goods, and consumer electronics accessories such as our line of phone cases. Our products are sought after and purchased by the United States and allied military users, law enforcement, and responsible citizens across the U.S. Our products are distributed and sold through American companies with a Colorado presence, such as Cabela's, Bass Pro, Gander Mountain, Sportsman's Warehouse, and many other smaller Colorado businesses. As a company that was founded by a former U.S. Marine, we focus on personal responsibility and accountability in every phase of our business. Personal and public safety is therefore directly tied to our foundation and core values. Based on these principles, we completely agree with the Colorado Sheriff Association's position that a high-capacity magazine ban will not improve public safety, will not reduce crime, and would endanger the lives of Colorado residents by unduly restricting their ability to defend themselves. Arguments to the contrary are based purely on emotion and not facts. In 2004, Magpul had one founder, one employee, a handful of products, and was operating out of a basement in Longmont, Colorado. Now, our 200 direct employees occupy 3 buildings and over 2 dozen large subcontractors and suppliers in the greater Denver area. We have intentionally kept our supply chain as locally based as possible, with nearly 90% of our suppliers located right here in Colorado. We take tremendous pride in our commitment to Colorado. In fact, even our business cards proudly carry the slogan, revitalizing American manufacturing, designed in Colorado and made in the USA. Magpul products are sought after because of our innovative design, performance, function, and form. We have numerous testimonials from U.S. and allied service members and law enforcement officers about how our products have saved lives due to superior performance to other options in the marketplace. It is worth re-emphasizing that this technological innovation that has so greatly benefited our military, our allies, and our law enforcement community was built only from the hard work and dedication of Magpul and the reinvestment of profits from commercial sales to responsible citizens. Magpul has experienced tremendous growth and development the past 8 years, and we have aggressive expansion plans in Colorado over the next 5 years. That development has already been halted due to the political uncertainty generated by bills such as HB 1224. Our plan to expand our operations in Colorado to a larger built-to-suit facility are currently on hold. If HB 1224 were to be enacted as law in the state, those plans for Colorado expansion would be canceled. HB 1224 would be devastating to Magpul and our Colorado-based business partners. If this bill is passed, we will be unable to continue our business here in Colorado, and we will be forced to take our operation and business activity through our subcontractors and suppliers out of the state, taking with us a projected 2013 Colorado spend of nearly $85 million, and additional millions in tax revenue. For the sake of public safety for Colorado residents and to prevent economic damage to the state and to a native Colorado company, Magpul urges you to oppose HB 1224.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, you say that if House Bill 1224 were to be enacted into law, you would cease production in Colorado, or you would cease to expand in Colorado? Which is it?
Both. The bill as drafted would not allow us to manufacture products and sell them to foreign military customers as well as civilian customers outside of the state, which is a substantial portion of our business.
Well, very pleased to be able to inform you, Mr. Smith, that your understanding of the bill is completely wrong. And to reassure you that whether or not House Bill 1224 passes, you will still be able to manufacture everything that you manufacture now. None of it will be prohibited for manufacture in the state of Colorado. There will be restrictions on possession of the products by Coloradans if this bill passes, but there is no restriction on manufacturing high-capacity magazines or anything else in the state of Colorado. We're very glad in the state of Colorado that we have businesses like yours here employing Coloradans so that they pay taxes, and it's one of the things that makes Colorado great, is that you have the production facilities that you have employing so many people here. And as I have heard, your particular company is renowned as one of the foremost in the production of these kinds of products as accessories to firearms and firearms-related products. But rest assured, Mr. Smith, there will be no ban on production of those products in Colorado, whether this bill passes or not. Are there any questions for Mr. Smith? Yes, Mr. Chair. Representative Cole. Representative Gardner was first. Representative Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I guess I'm puzzled by your comments. And Mr. Smith really isn't the one to ask this. I don't know if the drafter is anywhere abouts, but I read this bill and it seems, first of all, I don't really find, unless I'm missing it, I don't find a specific exemption for manufacturing. But I'll go ahead and ask Mr. Smith the questions about Magpul and about what they do and so forth while we're waiting on that.